no-win situation anyway. To me, it's a win-win. But I'm in a no-win because if I knock him out, I'm like, oh man, this wasn't worth it. If I let it go a few rounds and drag it out, they're gonna be like, oh man.
Most of my opponent, they can easily say something before the fight. I mean, that's usually what I heard from them, that I'm easy opponent, I'm easy to beat. But the thing is, when we get to the ring, it changes. It will change.
When Manny Pacquiao was asking for a rematch, Mayweather has to do this fight because he need that bread. That's why. That's why.
At the heated press conference, Floyd Mayweather Jr. confidently declared that stepping into the ring with Manny Pacquiao is just another easy night for him. He insisted he'll enjoy himself, dominate the fight, and walk away with a simple victory.
Go out there, have some fun, and do what I do best. And that'd be Floyd.
Manny Pacquiao fired back, revealing that his opponent has been trash-talking and calling him an easy fight. But Manny made it clear. On fight night, he'll prove exactly.
In fact, I'm excited to go back to the Philippines and go straight to the gym and training and focus my training, focus for the fight. And I just want to make sure that the fans will not be disappointed on that.
Pacquiao emphasized that this rematch means everything to him. He wants to erase all doubts from fans, making it clear that he wasn't at his best in their first fight.
Floyd Mayweather in Las Vegas later this year, but Floyd seems to think that it's an exhibition fight. What was your reaction to that?
The contract that we signed is not an exhibition fight, it's a real fight, and we both signed already the agreement, the contract, so he gets his advance, so there's no reason that this fight will not happen.
How badly do you want to fight Floyd once again? What would it mean for you to get back into the ring against your old rival?
Really important to have another one with him because of the last time that we have, because first I have a problem with my shoulder before the fight. I got injury, and second is there's a question about the decision on that fight. So for me, it's necessary to have a second fight to answer all those questions in the fans.
And Manny, what would you need to do differently this time to ensure that the result goes your way in the rematch?
Well, I have to work hard. It's not that easy, but I have to discipline myself and get ready to training camp and focus.
Trainer Karma Melmotten believes history will repeat itself. He predicts Mayweather will once again control the fight using his elite defense, experience.
I can do his thing again. I know he's gonna put belt on Pacquiao like he did the first time. I'm excited though. God willing, I'll be on the undercard. There's a lot of rumors. So I'm just staying ready. I'm excited for it.
Do you think? It's going to be an exhibition. It's going to be a pro match. It's kind of up in the air, right? Do you know anything of what's going on with that whole thing?
Nah, I don't. From what I'm seeing, it's still like Floyd was saying some exhibition stuff, and Pacquiao was saying some real fight stuff. So we just waiting. But I know as much as the people.
Pacquiao didn't hold back, claiming that Mayweather is actually afraid to face him again. According to Manny, all the excuses are just a cover because deep.
As a fighter, I'm a fighter, and I respect everyone. Opinion, I respect everyone's decision. But I hope that on that decision, announcement of Floyd Mayweather, he will. What he signed is a real fight, so he should fulfill his commitment.
Have you seen any of Floyd's exhibitions that he's fought through the years? Did you watch any of them?
No.
Okay. I was wondering what you thought as a scout of how Floyd looked.
To me, this sounds like this comes down to what does Floyd value more, money or his own, right? And Manny, look, obviously it didn't go your way when you fought Floyd in 2015. Still the biggest fight in boxing history, business-wise, shattered all the records. Everything you accomplished, Max saying that you're number 2 pound for pound ever.
Who's the greatest, who is the like the blah blah blah, who's the winner like that. Because Floyd Mayweather is running around and he won the fight.
I do want to ask you this though, when you guys were both at your prime, right, and we waited for 5 years so you guys fought, why didn't you guys fight in that period where you were the man, he was the man? Because I'm a boxing fan. You one of my favorites. I need to know so when I can tell my kids why y'all both didn't fight at your prime of your career.
No, you know what? Because that was way back. Floyd is my fan. One of my fans.
He was one of your biggest fans? Yeah, like in other words, Floyd didn't want to take the risk.
Analyst Wade Plemon pointed out that even though both fighters are nearing their 50s, the idea of a rematch after more than a decade has created massive global excitement among
50. Here we are. Okay, that's the hype of this. That's the interest of it, right? Two of the biggest names in the history of the sport. They're both old. We get that, but they're both doing this in a pro fight. This will not be an exhibition. It'll be a pro fight. So it is going to go on someone's record. Could Manny actually take Floyd's O away? And here I am getting drug into this thing. And you know what? I'm not even mad about it because I understand what it is. It's not going to be the highest level of fight between these two. And I don't think it sullies their name any worse than what Floyd was doing with John Gotti III. No offense to top 3 black person of all time, but Deji, some other fights that no one really watched or cared about. Floyd did that to himself, but he still has the drawing power across from his greatest rival in Manny Pacquiao to make.
Trainer Robert Garcia boldly stated that Pacquiao is the true GOAT, not Mayweather. He highlighted Manny's humility, exciting fighting style, and fearless attitude.
Be the question, can he carry his ability, carry his technique, carry his skill further in life than Floyd did and put one blemish on Floyd's record? That's why you're watching this. It's not because they're at world championship level. It's not because they're even at, domestic level. Whatever the level they're at, it'll be somewhat of an even playing field and it won't be an exhibition. So there's that. Now, obviously, the first fight was a bit of a bore. Even though I think we're going to do a breakdown, I would love to get my hands on the footage of that first fight to do a full fight breakdown here on the channel. Hopefully we can get that done. I think it just needs to happen and we have time. This is announced in February, so we have March, April, May, June, July, August, 7 months before we get to the fight. And I think that'll be an interesting breakdown to go back and look at because there was nice exchanges in that fight. And no, again, it wasn't the most volume heavy fight as we look back at the final CompuBox numbers from the fight. There was 400 punches thrown between the two.
Former champion Tim Bradley explained that Mayweather's confidence comes from believing he can easily beat Manny. He also thinks Floyd sees himself as superior to Mario Barrios, which fuels his.
Mayweather or Pacquiao? If you had to pick one.
I pick Pacquiao better. Mike Tyson said something. To be the GOAT, it's not just because of your boxing record. You got to be loved, accepted by the fans, and everybody loves Pacquiao. Like Tyson says, walk down the street without bodyguards and cheer everybody that comes up to you and shake hands. And when you can't do that, you can't be a GOAT if you can't do it.
Jose Ramirez, who trained alongside Pacquiao, revealed that Manny still looks incredibly sharp in camp. He praised his speed, power, and non-stop energy, saying even now, Pacquiao's work ethic remains among the best in boxing.
If Mayweather didn't believe that he can beat Manny Pacquiao, he wouldn't be in the ring with him. Yeah, Mr. Sensitive. I love Mayweather, but let's keep it a buck. Oh, he's sensitive as hell. Not only is he sensitive, the man, he's insecure like hell. He's insecure, and he got to have a leg up on your. And he saw the Barrios fight, and Barrios just got smashed by Ryan Garcia. And then now, he like, oh shit. Well, Barrios is alright. I'm better than Barrios. Even though I'm damn near 50, I'm still better than Barrios. My experience, my hand speed, I take care of myself. I had some exhibitions. I know I can.
Jose Ramirez, who had the valuable experience of training closely alongside Manny Pacquiao in camp, speaks with deep admiration and respect about Manny's incredible condition and dedication inside the gym. Ramirez explains that even at this stage of his legendary career, Pacquiao continues to look extremely sharp, fast, and explosive during training sessions. He notes that Manny's energy never drops, and his intensity remains at a level that surprises many people who expect him to slow down with age. According to Jose Ramirez, Manny's work ethic is still one of the strongest in boxing today.
The last camp I had with him, I was going, 8 round sparring sections, dude.
What does Jose Ramirez learn from Manny Pacquiao when you're in camp with him 3 times? What did you pick up from him?
Honestly, his work ethic, and then
the best work ethic.
The best work
no
ethic.
Days off, no light days.
Every morning we used to get together and run. Even on sparring days, he runs.
With 20, 30, 50 people, even in Philly?
Man, he has a lot of support out there.
That's amazing. It's like a movie. It's like Rocky.
We would go to the mall, and just because people knew we were his sparring partners, they wanted a picture with us. So
he's the man.
He is the man.
He's so humble, though. He doesn't know he's Manny Pacquiao. Very down to earth.
There was always like a crowd of 25 to 40 people outside the gym, from ladies to kids, just waiting for him.
Money and
he used to give them all money before he walked in.
Yeah, he's very generous.
And
he's very humble. He doesn't let the fame change. Like you never let the fame change you or nothing. You're the same person I met when you were a kid. But what did you learn boxing-wise besides work ethic? Is there any punch you learned? Is there any defensive moves?
He pushes himself every single day with the same hunger, discipline, and passion that defined his prime years as a world champion. Ramirez emphasizes that Pacquiao does not train like a fighter who is near the end of his career, but instead like someone who is still chasing greatness and improvement. Inside the gym, Manny consistently shows powerful combinations, quick footwork, and sharp timing that make him look dangerous even now. Ramirez highlights that Pacquiao's mindset is what truly separates him from others, as he approaches every session with full focus and determination. This mentality not only motivates his teammates, but also proves that Manny Pacquiao remains a serious and highly dangerous competitor in the sport.
Pacquiao always, what made Pacquiao very dangerous is that, he was very explosive. So there was punches that he just throw, he just throw, and all of a sudden, boom, boom.
Yeah, you don't see him coming.
It was that unexpected power, but it was put together by a combination of punches too. So
his feet set it up.
He had a heavy hand, so he used to snap his punches really good and pinpoint his shots really good. So he used to go to the top, body back to the top, and the second one was just boom, one punch.
What's the craziest thing you've seen him do in the gym, now sparring partner? Not you.
Oh, brother, I was lucky not to get hit by one of those left hands, but he dropped
everybody.
Every camp, he would drop one fighter, one sparring partner.
And that's it.
Clean.
And they don't come back next camp.
Well, he dropped a couple in the Philippines, so they stayed there.
Robert Garcia shares his view that Floyd Mayweather Jr. is not approaching training with complete seriousness, suggesting that his preparation may lack the intensity expected for such a high-profile matchup. In contrast, Garcia praises Manny Pacquiao for his relentless commitment and strong work ethic throughout camp. He describes Manny as extremely dedicated, constantly pushing himself to the limit and training with a clear sense of purpose. According to Garcia, Pacquiao's intensity, discipline, and hunger still resemble those of a much younger fighter, showing how badly he wants this opportunity. He believes that Manny's focused mindset and willingness to outwork his opponent could play a major role when they eventually step into the ring, giving him a strong competitive edge.
And I'll bet you Mayweather, people think, oh, Mayweather's out of shit if he's not training. I'll bet you deep in behind curtains that is doing workouts. That's just to be in shape, to be able to box for 12 rounds. Mayweather's not killing himself in sparring. He's not killing his legs and running. But I bet you he's doing workouts that are not going to kill his legs and are not going to fuck him up when he comes to sparring. But I bet you he's been for the fight, and I bet you don't win by decision.
You think Mayweather's decision? Manny's motivated.
Manny's burning himself out. Too much runs like a true champion does. But he's 48.
Mayweather's older, Robert.
Yes, but he's not doing the same workouts that Manny's doing. Manny's showing it to the world. Manny's running in front of 50 people.
But he looks good when you watch.
He's running hard, and his body can't take that much. His body can't take that much. Mayweather knows his body can't take that much. That's why he's doing different trainings to be in shape, but to be able to perform and to be fast and to win a decision. I guarantee you.
Sean Porter talks with Sean Zittel about Floyd Mayweather Jr. and how people often misunderstand his mindset and personality outside the ring. Porter explains that Floyd doesn't really care what people choose to believe about him, even if they think he is broke. He suggests that Floyd may actually be comfortable letting people think whatever they want because it does not affect his reality or success. However, Porter also argues that deep down, Floyd is a proud competitor who built his entire identity around money, status, and achievement. Without that image, Porter feels Floyd would feel like he has nothing left. He also mentions that Floyd's money persona is a big part of his legacy, even if it is partly a mindset and performance.
I say, here's the bottom line when it comes to Floyd. Floyd wants people to think whatever they think. I said, Floyd's probably okay with people thinking that he's broke. He probably likes the fact that people think he's broke.
Think so? Yeah. I don't know, Sean. Hell yeah, not Floyd Mayweather.
You don't think Floyd
no. We're humble. That everything he built was on money. If he don't have money, he don't have nothing.
So you don't think
we good with just our family?
No, I'm not saying he's broke.
No, hell no.
So you don't think he all right with people thinking?
Hell no.
I feel different.
Hell no.
I guess I was wrong, TMZ.
Every time
take.
I got this. I made this great investment. Right. I did this investment, lie about stuff. That's Floyd Money Mayweather. He does not want to be broke in nobody's eyes.
He lying about himself.
I'm just saying, that's his whole persona.
You just looked up in the air like you just said. I'm just saying.
But literally, he my favorite fighter.
Yeah.
And I know that was the persona. I ain't got no problem with it. I hate on him. We're going to the ring about the Texas do that.
Tim Bradley explains that Floyd Mayweather Jr. is likely thinking he still has the experience, hand speed, and conditioning to compete at a high level again. According to Bradley, Floyd believes he takes good care of himself, has stayed active through exhibitions, and still has enough skill to beat Manny Pacquiao. He even suggests that seeing what Mario Barrios did to Manny may have boosted Floyd's confidence and helped fuel talks of a rematch. Bradley says this is the main reason the fight rumors feel real, even if many fans are surprised. He also points out that the business side is driving everything, especially with platforms like Netflix investing heavily in major combat sports content. He explains how Netflix has evolved, bringing in big names, podcasts, and now legendary fighters like Floyd and Manny to attract global audiences. While Bradley appreciates seeing legends return, he also feels the timing is a bit late, but admits the whole world will likely still watch it when it happens.
I can beat Manny Pacquiao. I saw what Barrios did to him. So that's the reason why this fight is happening. The rumors are damn true. It's sad, but it is what it is. And you know what? The money right now for content is crazy. Netflix is paying for any type of great ass content, man. If you seen the change with Netflix, man, I almost canceled my damn subscription with Netflix because I got sick and tired of seeing the same boring ass on Netflix. And now they got this woman in place now. And she's seeking out and she want the best of the best content. You know, they got podcasters and stuff all on Netflix now. I mean, it has grown crazy. So, you know, Jake Paul opened up the Netflix avenue. Yeah, he opened it up. And now, you know, you got old legends like Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. Yeah, now they get their chance. Now they get their chance on Netflix, man.
Luke Thomas reacts to the fight highlight and explains how modern boxing and streaming platforms are changing the sport's incentives. He says the idea of Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao returning for a rematch is driven more by business than fan demand. According to him, platforms like Netflix want to enter the live sports market, and big names like Floyd and Manny still carry enough popularity to attract massive global attention when combined, even if individually their peak days are behind them. Luke Thomas points out that if this fight were on traditional pay-per-view, it likely would not even get made.
Floyd still has some popularity, Manny still has some popularity, and then together they might be bigger than the sum of their parts individually, certainly at this point. And that might do pretty good numbers for them on the streaming platform. But this is what I mean. If this fight were on pay-per-view, I don't know if it would get made. I mean, in the end, it might actually get made because these guys need money. There might be enough people who buy it to kind of make it work, or to, at a bare minimum, get an investor to put the money up. They lose their money, but some effort at making it is possible. But that would be a much harder slog. This fight doesn't have that problem. You don't have to pay for pay-per-view. Yes, you have to have a Netflix subscription, but a lot of people do It's the biggest streaming platform in the world. The incentive structure in place created by streaming platforms.
The high cost barrier would discourage viewers, and investors might hesitate to risk funding it. However, with streaming, especially a platform as large as Netflix, the barrier is removed, making it easier for audiences to tune in casually. He also critiques this trend, arguing that lowering the entry cost has led to more unwanted fights being produced. He references examples like Jake Paul events, including his bout with Mike Tyson, which drew huge numbers but delivered poor in-ring quality. In Luke Thomas's view, the same concern applies here. Nobody is truly asking for a second Mayweather versus Pacquiao fight, even if the business logic behind it is strong.
They keep giving us fights we're not asking for. They keep producing fights that are bad. Jake Paul is a great example of this. Jake Paul has the fight with Anthony Joshua, which was, you know, a little bit more desirable in the sense that people wanted to see Joshua knock him out, which to an extent you got. But like, for example, the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight, huge audience, huge audience, well over 100 million global audience. One of the worst fights you've ever seen in your life. Absolute dreadful waste of time. I don't know what you're going to get with Corrado and Rousey. That might be a little bit better because it could be shorter at a bare minimum. Rousey could throw her, armbar her, and the whole thing could come to a close, but certainly nobody is asking for it. And I got to tell you, nobody was asking for Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao 2 in the year of our Lord 2026. It wasn't a thing.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.